Today's topic is for all of you disciple makers in training. You've been learning how to use the resources at pursuegod.org to help people pursue God. And I want to introduce to you another website, a sister site called FlexTalk.org. Make sure to check that out if you're unfamiliar with it. But FlexTalk is a bridge site giving you the tools to have conversations in the secular world that can eventually lead to discipling conversations. Now, we get this idea from Colossians 4, starting in verse 5. Paul says, "Live wisely among those who are not believers and make the most of every opportunity. Let your conversation be gracious and attractive so that you will have the right response for everyone." Now, that's why we haven't just built pursuegod.org and those Bible-based tools, but we've also built flextalk.org for the secular world so that our conversation can be gracious and attractive. So let me give you a few tips for using FlexTalk as a bridge site into the Pursue God resources. My first tip is to use this tool, flextalk.org, when someone is not ready for Jesus. Now, some of you might say, well, wait a second, everyone is ready for Jesus. If you love Jesus, you want to make him known. But the reality is, in our culture and in our world, there are a lot of people who don't want to hear about the Bible or about a biblical worldview, and that's what FlexTalk is for. So use FlexTalk to add value to a person's life. Now, obviously, if you're a follower of Jesus, the greatest thing you can do, the most value you could ever add, is to share the gospel and help someone trust Jesus for salvation and eventually help them to go full circle. But again, not everyone is ready for that right now. So think about mentoring as adding value to someone's life. Add value in the area of marriage or parenting or leadership or whatever. You can find all of those tools at FlexTalk, and you can start mentoring someone before you even start discipling them. And the reason you should do this is to get to the heart of discipleship. Remember, most Christians in our churches today think of discipleship as something that you do to make a smart Christian a little bit smarter. So we think about it as Bible studies inside the church. But that's not really what discipleship is. It's certainly a part of it. But discipleship, according to Jesus in Matthew 28, is about going out and making disciples of all the nations. And notice that he says baptize them, and he talks about them as new disciples. In other words, discipleship starts with evangelism in so many cases. And so remember that if you really want to help someone pursue God in your community, in your neighborhood, in your workplace, wherever, then consider using FlexTalk as a bridge site, showing people you care, talking to them about the things that matter to them, so that eventually you will have earned the right to talk to them about the things that matter to you. And then you can help them pursue God.